Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time for another stream. And with me this time, I have a special guest. This is Drex, who's those of you on the Discord should recognize the name. He's going to be tagging along on today's journey, and my hope is that turning this into a dialogue instead of a performance will make it a lot more fun, everybody. So, hey Drex.
Hello there. How are you doing, guys?
So, great. All right. So, let's see here. Not a whole lot of announcements or anything like that, but I will talk briefly about what we're hoping for. I already mentioned that a dialogue sounds more useful. Drex is also going to help me by asking questions and standing in for the greater audience because sometimes it's hard to tab back and forth into chat, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and my hope, if it works out, is to not only have Drex on again, but possibly other special guests as well. So yeah, that would be nice. The
Yeah.
plan for today is we are basically going to get the walls drawing and hopefully scrolling. Well, drawing and scrolling we'll achieve today, possibly also randomly changing the walls instead of it just being one wall, which is what we're going to start with. The
Okay.
um, the biggest thing is that a lot of the code that we're going to be writing today is actually going to get tossed out. And the reason is because the long-term goal is to use RetroCogs's RRB library for this, but it's not quite ready, and I didn't want to hold off because a lot of the code we're doing should be reusable in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see here. Here comes the Doctor Who Infinite Tunnel. Not that one. Where is it? There it is. That one. All right. So, where am I? Where am I? Yeah, here. Okay. Get out to the project directory, and so we're going to need a new C and H file for the walls. Hold on.
Hello, Neighbour Info. Welcome to the stream.
Is that? Never. Yeah. Hey. Awesome. Glad to see you.
How you doing? All right.
Walls.c. So, the standard stuff in here. Okay, so next I'm going to go into my build batch script.
Okay.
And right up here, we need to add another. Right now, the only thing it's doing is main. So now I do 2 entries for each file here. And the
Okay.
reason for this is because, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Because I want a list file and a source output, and for whatever reason, I at least as far as I understand it, I have to have this one up here gives me the assembly language conversion as an actual file from the source. And then the second one gives me the object file that I can then use to link into the final application. And
Okay.
that happens in, there's all these command lines, optimization 2, This gives me the list file. This gives me the assembly source, and then set the core and the target. And then this file we're compiling. Still need a walls.list. And then we come down here. And we add walls.o. Did I do that? Oh no, it's not right up here. There we go. So that should add it to our build, that it doesn't have anything in it yet. So we're going to want a function. We'll call it setup walls. Great. Okay, so I forgot exactly where I put the screen memory. So let's see. This is the setup file that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And basically all it is just the word is the register, and the byte is the byte that's being written into the register, unless it starts with a 0, 1, and then it's a special
Yeah.
command.
Yeah. So are you going to be Are you going to be lifting both the ROMs?
Yeah, they're totally off. Yeah, I rip them out. I unprotect the memory in pages 2 and 3. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here's disabling the RAM protection and the banking out, the CPU version of banking it out using 0, 0, and 0, 1. And then let's see here. I think that the oh, here it is. This is the VIC3 mapping. So basically there's 3 places that we have to disable ROMs and mapping. The 64 way, the 65 way, and then the Mega65 way.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't done anything to do with lifting the ROMs yet. But I need to get around to doing it.
It's it's not only that I don't want that I want the memory back, but also I don't want unexpected code executing. So if somehow I manage to the interrupts don't get redirected or turned off, then it will die, which is what I actually want.
Okay.
Let's see here. So we're 320 by 200. Screen rolling. Here we go. Okay, so I've got it set up in 2000 of Bank 5. So.
Yeah, can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need. Well, I'll put it here for now. We need to define the interface to the screen memory at 2000. Let's see if I can. I have a tendency, as I'm sure a lot of people do, to have to refer to my old code to remind myself how to do things.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's just so much to remember, isn't there? So
it is, yeah, and especially when it involves tricky pointer stuff. That's Chips. This should help me. Although it occurs to me, since it's sitting in bank 5, I'm actually going to be mapping it in. So where am I going to be sticking it in bank 0 for the map? Well, let me at least get this code copied first. So we need a short here. I'm probably going to try to stick it at 8,000. I might have to put it down at 9,000. Then let's see here. Did I already copy the DMA stuff? Let's see. I have. Okay. So we want DMA jobs. No, not DMA. Map. All we need is map. Oh boy. Let's see here. I'm blanking on how to do that map, but it's gonna be somewhere in here. I can see an example. Yeah, here. Yeah, there we go. The map command is a little bit crunchy. Let me see here. It makes perfect sense internally, but sometimes it's hard to remember exactly how to do the math. Of course. Okay.
Most of my programs are like that, a little bit crunchy.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Let's see here. This one.
What address are you looking for then?
It's not an address. I'm looking for the specific math that we do for how to do a map command.
Oh, yeah. What, loading the 4 registers?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Are these your own notes?
no,
Scribbles.
this is the big book, the compendium.
Oh,
Page
okay. I
K8.
haven't looked at it for a while, so I don't remember having all the scroll on it.
All the which? Oh, the lines. If you look
Yes.
closely at them, you can see they're actually type vectors, not quite scrolls.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably more useful to have it zoomed in anyway. So,
I don't think they could have made it any more complicated.
yeah, it is a bit complicated, although I can kind of understand why it's done this way from the chip internals perspective, because it's doing a minimal amount of work.
Yeah. So why do you need to map something in rather than just using 32-bit addressing then?
Because 32-bit addressing is way more expensive.
Okay.
And since I'm going to be doing this, is going to have inner loops going on. That's just too expensive.
Oh yeah. So you're
Yeah.
yeah. So you're looking further. You're looking further down the line, then, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm definitely planning for a lot of that. Yeah. Although the 32-bit addressing would probably be okay for this, but since I'll be using RetroCogs' API eventually, but for right now, I want to do it right, especially since we're kind of trying to show other people how to do things. I
Yeah.
shouldn't do a
Yeah.
hack. Oh,
No.
yeah.
I suppose it depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, the stuff I've been doing up to now, I haven't even had to use banking.
Right.
So, but
Yeah.
later on, that will become a problem.
So
I would
what
have
we got
thought.
to do, if I remember correctly, is you start with the high address, which is 52,000, and then you subtract where we want to put it, and then you divide that by 256, and that is
1ED.
yeah. That I think that's right. Yeah, I hope. Okay, now. Oh, wait, you know what? I don't want to bank into. I'm doing something wrong here. I need to. What the heck?
Where do you want to bank it into?
I want to bank it into Atha here. So
Oh, you want
that
to bank it into
means,
there?
yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's the offset that always confuses me.
Yeah. So, so don't you just have to subtract the A000 from it in the first place,
Um, I
and
think so,
then divide
but
it by
only sort
256?
of because, well, I guess let's see here, 52. Because the problem is that your offset is into the start of the bank. So what you would actually need to subtract is 1,000, I think, because no, 2,000. Well, there we go then. It's should be 5. Okay. No.
So would the offset be four? Would the offset be 480?
I think so.
All
I
I
don't
done was
um
I haven't done this for a while, but I do remember that I basically just subtracted that
let's
A
here we go.
zero
This
zero
one's a
zero.
real example. So let's look here.
Oh, okay. Let's work our way through this one then.
Yeah. Uh yeah, this is too crunchy. uh Each of the okay, get added. Okay, so yeah, 48. Oh, I wish that I had, I've got some docs somewhere that I wrote on it. Let's see if it comes out quickly. Oh. Uh, I think this one's probably closer to what I want. It maps 3180 is what does this map here, which is
Yeah, I mean that's what I think it is, Deathy. I've just looked at my notes on this, and it should be. If you want, you're looking at the address Bank 5, aren't you? 2000.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, on my notes, which I've done for color memory, I just subtracted the A000, divided it by 256, and that will leave you with the correct
480,
offset.
and that.
Yes. And I
Yeah,
got 480 like you just did.
that's what I got. Although, interestingly, uh, this is it. Well, oh, I don't know for sure. It's the reason I'm confused here is because this is the equivalent of what we're actually changing. So 180 is the value, and then 3 is the bank for the offset. So that's these bits basically, and 3. Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. That actually is almost exactly what I'm doing in the example, amusingly enough.
Yeah, it is. It's
Uh,
just worked out that
yeah,
way.
it's just a different bit mask for where I'm putting it. So this should be a 4, and this should be a 2. Yeah.
Oh, Gertie's trying to get into the chat, but he's having difficulties for some reason.
Uh-oh. Huh. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over Twitch's stuff like
Nah.
that. So it looks like I should probably also update this comment, because if it's going using a 3-bit mask, it suggests to me that it's actually going to 8000 through the FFF. Not that that's important to this project, but that way, next time I look at Unicode, I'll say, oh, this needs to be checked in. All right, so we now have the screen right.
But you don't need to be able to log in to just watch the stream, do you?
Yeah, but maybe he's wanting to join the chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. So, This is for the screen index, which is going to be equal to screen, but this way I can increment it. Well, yeah, no, this way I can increment it because this is not actually a pointer, it's just a define. And let's see, screen row length. Okay, it's set to 40 right now, so
Hello, Happy Fish. Welcome to the stream.
sure.
Oh, he's got Skircher is here. He's under a different name.
Oh, okay.
What a name. You want to pick something easy like Drex?
Sidax sounds too much like it's sound related.
Sounds too much like what?
It sounds too much like it's sound related. SIDX sounds like Sid X.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't necessarily need the pointer if I'm already going to have an index, do I?
Hello, Unwin. Welcome to the stream, mate.
Hey, welcome, guys. Yeah, a couple people in here that I haven't seen before. So yeah, welcome. That's awesome. Let's see now. If the part of the trick here is that you have to, like, normally if you were trying to do, changing values depending upon, you would normally use modulo or something like that to say, well, it's the 0th row, the 1st row, the 2nd row, the 3rd row. But of course, that's problematic because the math is, I mean, I could use the multiplication and division register, but I don't know how to get it to do, well, modulo wouldn't be that hard, but still, I don't want to stray too much. So, so I was wrong about not needing the screen index.
Yeah, Xemu's great. I used that for about 9 months before I got the real hardware.
Yeah. Both of the games in the demo that I made with XMU were made with XMU. I started a good couple of years before I had my machine. If no, index 1. Okay, so, and then in this loop, the last thing we're going to want to do, but I'm going to put it in while I'm thinking of it, is incrementing the pointer. And then in here, what we're going to do is if IDY and 0x04 Let's see here. No, not that one. This one. I think it's this file. Yeah, here we go. It has been a while since I've been in here. Alright, well, what do we got here? Alright, so
Yeah, C64 skills can transfer really well to the Mega. Of course they can.
oh yeah, totally. Yeah,
You know, I mean, if
yeah,
you've got C64 skills, you're 75% of the way there, surely.
yeah.
You know.
I agree. Alright, so I'm gonna use. Oh, right. This needs to be an 8, not a 4, because the tiles I'm using, logically they're 16 by 16 tiles, but of course they're not stored that way.
No.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay.
But do you store the two tiles together that make up one?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like if I were doing it in like say RRB and it was 2 tiles horizontally, I would only use one go 2x if I was being efficient in RRB time at least. There's a lot of trade-off in where the cost of efficiency needs to go. But I don't like. Yeah, this is where I would really like to just use assembly for this, but I'm really trying to not use it unnecessarily. So, you know what? I'm going to do something that's a little inefficient, but not too bad. Because Switch blats out a lot of code. A lot more than I expected, you know? Okay. Case 0, case. Oh, this might get ugly. This is feeling like I'm writing a hack, not real code. Oh no.
We will not judge.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Is it reliably numbered?
Well, this is Deathy's development stream for the new game he is working on, which is Mega Kitty Goes Bonkers.
Yeah, I
This
will
is the
pop up
second.
this sample screenshot now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, this is the mock-up of the game that I'm working on. And right at the moment, what I'm working on is getting the walls drawn in. I'm just going to start by just doing them all the same walls, and then I'll work on randomness later.
This is the second part you said, didn't you, Deathy?
Yeah. And the first one, though, I really only went over the setup and where it was going to be going, plus other things I've been working on. It was more of I described what I had done here, but I was also describing some of the other projects that I'm working on. I think the most efficient way to do this is be const. Wall. No, the short wall equals. Oh boy. I hope that's the right way to do it. Let's see. There's...
I think he named it after himself because Deathy's bonkers anyway. So
Yeah, well, what it's supposed to be is there are several terms for it, but Mega Kitty is a cat. And going bonkers is one of the things that people call when the cat wakes up in the middle of the night and goes darting around the house, making a lot of trouble. Some people call it zoomies, some people call it crazy kitty mode. Goes bonkers just sounded like the best title for a game since it's, Mega Kitty does something.
yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
That's not it. Well, it's close enough, I think. Um.
So is this the way you edit all your C files? Is in Notepad plus plus?
Not all of them, no. Only
Oh, okay.
the ones for the Mega65. I use Visual Studio for Windows coding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, cats are absolute maniacs. I've got two of them.
Yep. Yeah, my roommate has two of them, and when I had COVID, they were both very, very upset because they'd gotten used to being able to spend most of their time in my room where it was a lot quieter than the rest of the house that has 3 kids in it. So, yeah, they were really, really pleased when I was feeling better. Okay, so there's going to be a more efficient way to do this, but I'm not sure I'm going to come up with it in fast enough for it to be.
No. That's for optimization later down the line.
Well, and also just kind of, it's going to be a lot of futzing about, which is not super interesting in a stream.
Yeah. It sounds like Nuberinfo's, the way he develops on Mega is similar to yours, Deathy.
It could be. Well, I love when I'm working on Mega65 stuff, as anybody who's watched very often already knows. I love using the Commodore font that I'm using. In fact, let me. I can't bring it up because I don't actually have the hardware connected to the system right now. But I've even got my copy of M65 debug so that the font is set to a Commodore font. The colors are blue and stuff, so that it's like, yeah, I'm not using the matrix, but it's hard to tell the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So we're gonna want. There's a lot more data than necessary in there, though. Now, again, I'll worry about the more efficient solution later.
Was that the first time you had COVID? Definitely.
It had what?
COVID,
Yeah, yeah, it was.
was it?
It was, yeah, I mean, it took the full 2 weeks. I was not braining well, so I would have said, yeah, actually, it pretty much sucked.
Yeah. I think what's good from looking at other people's streams is you can just see the way they do things differently to what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I code nothing like this, but then I'm not as
I
advanced. I'm
code
definitely.
more than one different way. This is a little bit more seat of my pants than usual. Oh, this one needs to be 8.
But at the moment, I'm just programming in pure assembly, so I'm not messing around with C files at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when I make demos, I'm going to do them in pure assembly. But for games, it's just the logic is going to be so much easier to go back and read again, for game logic especially, that I just wanted to try not to use assembly where I don't need to.
Yeah,
Demos are usually such shorter projects that
they are.
you work on
They
them
are.
and then they're just done. In fact,
Yeah.
Unicone is the first time I have ever had to go back and update a finished demo because the hardware changed in such a way that it broke my code.
Yeah. I think if I move on to bigger things like a game, then I probably would have to go this same route as well.
Yeah. The good news is that at this point we've got a fair number of examples.
Yeah.
Well, not examples, full projects that you have to sort through, and that can be a pain. I recognize, but
Gertrude wants you to clarify something, Deathy.
oh, hold on, let me jump over. Yes, that is indeed what it is, and I could obviously do it as a 9x9, and I will probably do that offline because right now the goal is going to be to grab the lower 8 bits of each of my indexes so that I don't want to use a switch here. So that I'll be able to do something like SCN IDX equals, what did I call this? Wall. That's IDY is first. So that's basically, in fact, that's the code for drawing it in. I just need to finish creating this data structure now, and theoretically, this should draw this whole screen in. Oh, you know what? I need to stop this at 24 because there is actually one blank line because the walls are 8, are basically, the full wall is 64 pixels high, I want to say. Anyhow, 8 lines. So is that exactly the same again? Looks like it. Okay, so
It's official from Deathy's backdrop. He's a closet coder.
that's a good one. That's a good
You
one.
like that?
Yeah. Now, you guys are gonna make me do it, aren't you? Where is it? Where is it? Let's see here. Doot. There you go. All better, right? You know what's
He's
actually funny
changed
about
it.
that? What's funny about this backdrop? One of the other handles that I've gone by was Horizon Red, and this backdrop's kind of appropriate for that name, isn't it?
Uh,
Yeah, it looks like these inside lines are repeating. I am going to redo this so that it just uses 3x3. Well, 3 of the actual tile size I'm using, because right now doing it as the whole thing, yeah, there's guaranteed to be a lot of repeat data. This one is different though. Okay. You know, you are missing out on some good music, Drex, though. Like right now, we've got
okay.
yeah, right now we're playing Puffy 64's remix of the classic Street Loader.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I'll fiddle about with later whether or not I can solve getting the music streamed to the guests as well.
Would I hear it if I muted the tab? But I might get feedback, mightn't I, from the mic?
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, I would not expect feedback, and the reason is because there's going to be so much delay between your mic and the Twitch stream that what you'll actually get is a really ugly echo.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, particularly hard to
I
talk
will,
over, though.
I will just have a try of it and just see.
All right.
I tried it and that was awful.
It was awful. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard myself.
Right. Yeah,
That was
but
weird.
with so much delay that it's like almost impossible to talk over, I imagine, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
that
no
used to
good.
mess with me was as a DJ, sometimes there's just a bit of lag, and my brain cannot cope with that.
Nor me.
Yeah. This isn't right. 40D, then EFEF. 10.
Yeah, Gertch is saying that
Okay.
they can't see the top of the editor window because of our webcams.
Okay, let me. Oh, that's okay.
Put the cams at the bottom of the screen, Def.
Okay. Well, the
Probably
problem
better.
is it's like it just depends on where I'm working in the window too, because it's like when
Yeah,
I'm,
it's always
if
difficult
I'm
with
down
webcams, isn't
here,
it?
then the bottom, suddenly us on the bottom interferes with it. So what I'm going to do instead, for the moment at least, is just throw in. Let's see, make sure. Is that far enough that it's visible below the?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
All right, great.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
do
good.
that for now. Yeah. And then the very bottom. course, I'm also not doing any of the attributes yet. This is just the tile index. So it's time consuming when you start forgetting things.
Yeah. This is why it takes me so long to do anything. For that same reason.
It seems pretty clear to me, though, as I look at it, actually, that these values, the 0404s, are basically just blank space from. Come on. There we go. I need to get rid of those. So the values that I have are already intended for a 3x3, so I'm probably going to have to go back and fix exactly how I'm doing this. Although, actually, that's an interesting point as well. The X, I always want to be from the center. 0, 1, so that's 2 plus IDX. And I don't remember whether Boolean comes before plus. It probably does, but just in case it doesn't, I'm going to be explicit.
So is the data for your tiles in bank 1?
It's a good question. I don't remember. Let's look. It's going to be in the buildings.
I was just looking at your 400 and your 401 there.
Yeah, it's. I don't think. I don't remember. Hold on. Let me just check. The tile set loads at 3,000.
Oh,
Or 30,000, not 3,000, 30,000, or
okay.
3 and 0000. Because
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Like, we don't normally pronounce the commas in decimal,
No,
but it's really confusing to try to
it
say.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I just say bank 3.
Yeah, bank 3, location 0. That's
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I also.
But your tile offsets are not pointing to bank 3 at the moment, are they?
Are they not?
Well, this is your tile offsets we're looking at, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it should be for bank 3. I made it C0.
times
C0.
40. Yeah, you're right. That does look wrong. Oh, that's easy enough to fix, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've.
Gertrude's asking about the hex dump. Is it a dump of the screen that you manually drew, and now you're pasting into
basically,
the code?
Yeah, basically. I said 30,000.
Yeah, 340 divide by 40. Yeah, CO. C0.
Yeah. All right. Easy peasy. All right. So then.
Your backdrop's glitching quite a bit, Deathy. I think
Okay. Yeah, I need to turn. That was part of why when we were talking about it earlier, I just kind of turned it right back off again. Yeah.
Let's have the empty closet instead.
Yep. Yep. But hey, at least there's a Mega65 box in it. It's not completely empty.
I was
It's
wondering what was
got
on
what
that shelf.
matters. It's got what matters,
Ah,
right? Yeah.
absolutely. That's all you need in your closet.
Yep. Absolutely. So it occurs to me, I can. Just, yeah, I still need that. But I don't really need this part if I just get rid of the stuff that I'm not even going to touch right now. Yeah, that'll do. You know what? They need to be higher, and I am still going to be somewhat. Come on. Oh, I need to repeat the center because the graphics are only drawn 300. There we go. Okay. Well, let's watch how this code fails to compile now, shall we?
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay, great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, because I'm using uh, the double pointers. All right. No, that's not right. That won't compile. I am going to need this, I because it, of course, has to explicitly know the size of the arrays. Oh, what the? How did that happen? Okay. Let's see now. Maybe I can't make it a const. I don't think that's the problem, though. No. Hmm. I'm so terrible at C. C.
You're better than me.
Dimensional array. Initialization. I don't want an article. I just want. Fine.
That'll do.
Yeah. Let's. Huh. I thought
Nuber
there was
info
a
saying
way to.
Nuber info saying the code in line 44 no longer matches the definition in line 12.
Oh, yeah, I see
So
that.
it might be something different. Yeah.
Something weird happened that replaced a lot of what I was doing for some reason.
He he spotted the error message and we didn't.
I was too focused on the previous one, you know? Let's see
It's
here.
quite hard to see the DOS prompt.
Let me-
Okay, but well, thanks for joining us, Gertrude.
Yeah, have a good evening, man. Yeah, I think in spite of us not having gotten terribly far, we're probably going to be wrapping up pretty soon. Wonder what's this, isn't it?
It's not just about the coding, is it? Though, but it's about bringing everybody sort of together a little bit, isn't it? So
Yeah. And live coding is not exactly everybody's cup
exciting.
of tea. Yeah.
No.
Getting close to getting the bugs out, at least. Or, well, getting it to compile. That doesn't mean the bugs are out, does it?
No. What's his problem now then, Dev?
It's not wanting to let me convert the screen. Let me try this.
Well, coding is interesting. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. But
It's
watching
not always
watching
interesting to
anybody,
watch, though.
no, because even to get something working, you can spend an hour referencing stuff, can't you?
Hmm.
But is it actually compiling now?
No, there's still 2 bugs left.
And where's it pointing towards?
The screen address, but I wonder not. Yeah, okay, that got one of them, I think. Yeah. So now I just have to get my creation of my screen index. Well, let's see here. Oh, right. Until the bug's gone, it doesn't give you list output.
That's handy. New Info suggesting some screen typecasting.
Yeah, it's just that. Well, but that's not the screen. That's the two-dimensional array is the walls. The screen is supposed to. You can see it defined here. It's just a pointer to 8,000 in bank 0, where I've got the screen banked in.
Can you see what New Info wrote on the bottom?
Yeah, but it's not a multi-dimensional. Screen isn't multi-dimensional. It's just a simple pointer.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I keep running into things like this where. Let's see if this helps. Well, it changed the error, so it kind of helped. Okay, that was what I was afraid of. Well, maybe, no. I think that compiled without error. Great. So we still don't know what other ways it's broken, but we've at least got this code compiling.
What did you change then?
What I did was I explicitly cast the screen to a short pointer, which it was a volatile short pointer before. Sometimes I just randomly stab at pointers. I have a pretty good grasp of it, but although now that it's compiled, we should be able to come into list and look at the walls list and see what it actually did with that. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay, it's loading the right value here, it looks like. So theoretically, and I will, obviously this needs debugging, but we're nearing the end of well, actually we're a little over on the stream, because I was hoping to stop after an hour. So,
are we going to get any tiles on screen or not?
I don't think we're going to see them this session, no. I will, and I'm not going to. I'm not necessarily going to stream every single.
No.
Every single session, because I would like to get more than an hour a week. But
I suppose when you do stream, you can just stream where you're up to, I suppose.
Yeah, Yeah, that's going to be some of it. Um, I think it was definitely. I guess I could easily fill an hour of demonstrating the work that I've done to get to the current case. So, yeah. All right. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and start to end the stream now. Let's see
Okay,
here. So thank you very much, Drex, for appearing.
that's
And
absolutely fine. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, great. And we'll definitely have you on again sometime.
Yeah, look forward
Yeah,
to it. It's been good.
great.
And thank
All
you
right.
guys for watching in the chat.
Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? All right. And greetings to my patrons, Gertchie and Falcon, Sparehead, and I'm pretty sure Olivia Bernhard is Amok Phase 101, I think, but I'm not positive because I thought that was Ludo, but I don't know. So if that is you and you would prefer to have your handle listed here, please do let me know and I will correct that. If you guys would like to contribute to the development of this and future games, go check out my Patreon on the screen here. And yeah, so as usual, I will let the music play out. So goodbye to Drex. And yeah, so you guys have a great one, and we'll see you next time.